Hey, this is Uncle Fucker and welcome to my channel. Today is Sunday, May 15th, 2016. Just want to say greetings and we'll see how things wrap up today. A few things that I want to talk about. Um, I'm not really going to talk much about truck driving or truck driving school at this point. I mean, I have some things to bitch about that are from the road, but I don't want to talk about companies or their schools or anything like that. I don't want to name anybody, but let's just say that there are some out there that have a brilliant business plan from, the owner of the company's standpoint, but do nothing for the students. Um, the other thing I want to talk about, some things that are in the news right now. We have an election coming up, and there's a lot of crazy ass laws and everything. Um, so we're going to talk about those in a little bit. Um, First thing I want to go over is um, these different trucking schools. I'm not going to name any names. I'm not going to sit that because honestly, you can go out there and you can look on YouTube and you can type in any trucking company, and you know what? You're going to find 100, probably 100 different uh, videos of people bitching and moaning and talking about, oh, they lied to me, they did this, they did that. Well, you know what? I mean, this is the business world. It's time to put on your big boy pants. If you don't like it, then you need to step off and go somewhere else. That's what I did. There was a company that I worked for, and they were very, very unfair to me, and they lied. But and I hope I'm not giving it away with the hat I'm wearing, but I didn't think about that. I don't want to even say that they were unfair to me. That was wrong of me to say. But they did lie. They were dishonest. They were dishonest right from the beginning. And I can understand, certain parts of it. When you first call to find out if you want, you want to drive for a certain company, and it could be any one of them. It could be Swift or Prime or CRST or England, or some of the smaller companies, that they might not even have like recruiters in schools at. It could be something for Walmart or, something local. And you're going to have a recruiter on that other side. Their whole job, the way that they make money, is by taking those phone calls and doing everything they can to get you to sign that paper. And once you're at the school, they're paid. They did their job. They got you there. Um, and I'm not exactly sure how their pay scale works. I mean, they might not get paid for you until you complete the school. But, if I'm looking at it, it's like a telemarketer. They're going to get paid for every sale that they make. And they're selling you on the company. So, don't get mad at them because they're telling you a bunch of bullshit. What you need to do is you need to tell them, straight up, yeah, I know you're full of shit. Okay? I know you're getting paid to say that. You don't need to sell me on all this crap. Just tell me some things that are true. Don't say, well, can I get this and can I get that? And then they'll be like, yeah, sure, it's great. You stay in a nice hotel and they, do this and that. You know what? Don't listen to that, okay? Just listen to the bottom line. You tell them, you ask them a few questions. And you can look out there, depending on what it is that you want. You need to figure that out before you call them. And you need to ask them those questions. And then if they don't hold true to it, you need to get back in contact with them and be like, hey, you lied to me. I'm pissed off. Um, maybe something good will come out of it. Maybe something won't. Probably not, because they're going to keep telling lies. They're just like army recruiters. Don't get me wrong. I was in the army for 6.5 years. I served my country, and don't regret any bit of it. You know, um, I didn't care for what the recruiters did. To some of the people, honestly, the recruiter that I had was top notch. So I don't really even have anything bad to say about them. But I've heard stories. I mean, yeah, Army recruiter, their whole job is to get you into the military. And if you don't, then they're not doing their job. So can't blame them for lying to you if you believe their lies. You have to go ahead and be like, okay, they're telling a bunch of bullshit. So, what I had a problem with is the fact that everybody in this company was dishonest with me, and there was no form of communication once I got there. Um, One person would tell me, to move to this next level, you got to be there X amount of days, and then somebody went and told me something else. I'm like, well, where's the curriculum? Where's the memorandum that says what the minimum and maximum is? And nobody could give me a definite answer. And I was like, well, you guys, I mean, this is supposed to be one of the best places. You tout yourself as being this great company and all that, but you can't even get your training schedules right. You don't have anybody who's in charge of the training. And I just got tired of being lied to. And the wages that they were paying us per mile, I mean, it was literally like they were the sweatshop of trucking, because they paid us really probably about minimum wage or a little bit less. You're driving from coast to coast. You're driving from north to south. You're driving all over, and you start doing some calculations, and all of a sudden you're looking and be like, if I would have been driving for this company, I would have made $865 on this trip. But what did I make? $350. Okay. It's simple math. From the owner of the company, it's a brilliant plan. I can see where he comes across with it. Let's charge these students an arm and a leg, way overcharge them for a school. Let's take them and pay them peanuts, like less than minimum wage to drive. And let's do it for 6 months, and let's squeeze every mile we can out of them. And they're going to get so frustrated that by the time that their time is up, or probably before it, we're going to have 6 months out of them. They'll leave and they'll go somewhere else. And you know what? There'll be some other dumb poor sap that's going to come in there, and he's going to do the same damn thing. I mean, they rush you through it every Monday in 1, 2, 3. There's either 3 or 4 places across the country that they have dedicated schools. Plus, you have all these other little truck driving schools all over, and one of them somewhere is going to be dedicated towards that company and that company alone. There's one out of Fayetteville, North Carolina, and they're dedicated to one trucking company. In other words, if you go to that truck driving school, you're going to be driving this company's trucks, pulling their trailers, and you're going to go to work for them. So, and you're going to follow what they say and what they do and their policies. And this happens everywhere, all over the country. There's very few that are just independent and be like, because if you're independent, you go to an independent school, it's going to be hard for you to find a job, because they're going to say, well, you need to go through our school. So, I'm not going to get too much more into it at this time, because I'm kind of at a I'm kind of at a crossroads right now, so I have to wait and find out if I'm going to do what I want to do and how I'm going to do it. But until then, you know, I want to keep my big fat bearded hairy mouth shut on that subject. So, moving along, there are some other issues that we're going to tackle, but I'm going to do that in my next video segment. So be sure to keep watching Uncle Fucker on YouTube, and you know, good luck, drive safe, and if you don't drive truck, be safe, be good. If you can't be good at it. Uncle Fucker out.